What's up, everybody? It's your boy JT.
And Nene. Let's get into the episode. It just reminds me that nobody want to smell it all day. Smell you all day. Always in people's mind, people's nostrils.
Oh my gosh.
My child smell like you. Like, it's enough. I'm tired. Tired of it.
All right, let's start the podcast. Welcome to the Pill Talking Podcast. It's your boy JT.
And Nene.
And look. Let's do it again. I don't know.
Brain fart.
All right. Welcome to the Pillow. Welcome to the Pillow Talking Podcast. It's your boy JT.
And Nene.
And we are back again with another video podcast. What is up?
You sound like them YouTubers.
I know, right?
Back. We're here today. Let's get it. Like, that's
Man,
how they be.
okay.
They be super hard.
Yeah, man. Shout out. We gonna get there. We gonna get to the YouTube. Okay, so first things first. Let's give quick updates. How's life? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm just getting back to myself. You know, the baby's getting older. It's more so less of him and more of me. You know, so yeah, I'm just enjoying that moment for me.
Great.
What about you?
I'm good. Everything's good for me as well. Trying to think there. No major updates. Everything's good. Just life is good.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, let's get first topic since we're here. Before we started, we were trying to figure out topics, and Don was like, "Hey, I want to talk about sex." So let's go here.
Wow. Okay.
Floor is yours. I have no idea where this is going.
Whoa.
This is off script.
Oh my God! Don't put me on the
But
spot
you bring up
like
sex,
that.
I want to know what you want to talk about.
I mean, I just I've been talking about that, having that conversation with females a lot lately, and a video popped up on my feed one of these days that just passed, and they were talking about growing up in church and then getting married and then having to deal with sex.
Okay.
And when I say that, I mean just the.
Wait, let me preface this. We will not dishonor the church.
Period. Off top.
So if you think we about to go on a church hurt rant,
we're not.
Or say the church is whack, we will not.
We're not doing that.
Church is
We're firm believers in the church.
We are firm believers in the church.
Amen.
However, I think you were trying to highlight an opportunity for growth.
Absolutely.
With the next generation of churchgoers.
Yes.
So to be clear, because I know people going to be like, girl, that's why I don't go to church now.
Yeah.
No, that's not this.
We're not doing
that.
Is not that.
We're not.
Not today.
We want to encourage you
to go
to assemble with people of like-minded faith.
Yes.
Of the Christian faith. If you're a Christian, assemble with the saints.
That's
whatever that assembly looks like to you, please assemble.
I am more so speaking to people who desire to raise their children, their offspring, or whoever you're taking care of in a church settings and in the religion of Christianity. Okay. And I just, from experience, want to highlight a very big pattern that I see in
get to it.
Women.
God dang, we're talking sex. Come on,
but
get to it.
You're an idiot. Anyway, so basically, females, for me per se, whenever we just have this very very big gap in our lives about sex. I don't know, it's a surprise, really, especially when it comes down to our bodies and how we're supposed to function with sex and how we're supposed to enjoy it. You know, let's just say you grow up and you hear sex is wrong, whatever. Don't abstain from sex, and that's all you hear, right? And then you get married, or you get to a point where you are having sex, and you are with someone, right, who knows a little bit more than you, or whatever, or let's just say like sex, and you feel like I don't. There's a disconnect somewhere there.
Okay, let me summarize this because you are saying a lot but not saying nothing.
Yeah.
What you're trying to say is that growing up in in certain Christian environments, sexy is either one chastised and demonized, like very it's brought presented to you as something to avoid, to
Yeah.
run from,
Yeah.
to not even the feelings that you have in your
Yeah.
preteen and teenage, they tell you like ignore those feelings and stuff. And then the moment you get married, you're supposed to become an overnight
Hardcore sex
hardcore, be
fanatic.
ready to satisfy somebody
Somebody
else's
who you have, yeah.
sexual desire who loves you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that is a very legit argument. I
Absolutely.
think one I would love to have. I wish whoever you're talking to should have that conversation girls only, so you don't have to listen to me like interrupt with my manly thoughts.
Oh yeah, I get what
But
you're saying.
honestly, no.
Yeah.
I think that is a very legit conversation because,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I know girls or even some guys.
I
who,
mean, we could talk girls and guys. 'Cause
yeah,
that's important for males too.
yeah, but for us, I don't. I think the nature of sex and just how it is treated, just in our culture,
Yeah.
like men have we get the good.
Yeah.
You know, like you know what
y'all
I mean?
get the good aura of sex. Like,
Yeah, like
oh,
it's always even let's just compare it like being
Yeah.
a teenager. When we start feeling those urges, we get applauded.
Yeah,
Like I remember when
woo.
I told my parents I had a girlfriend and my dad and my uncles, my cousin, like they're like, yeah, man, like yeah, you
Yeah.
get some hair on your chest. Like it's even how the culture appropriate, not even just church culture, but just American culture.
Yeah.
Men are always kind of cheered in their sexual
Yeah.
nature, and it's very hypersexual for men,
Very,
and then
and
women
are
are
just-
just shoved down their throats to be this pure, refrain.
Don't say any
abstinence.
sexual things.
And
just
but then it's like when they become married, it's like they're supposed to be Holly Berry, instantly Janet Jackson for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa.
instantly sexy, instantly ready to turn their men on. Like how?
Yeah, they don't. And
we don't know what to do.
So, and that's crazy. Like you grow up in these environments where they tell you ignore it, run from it, and then the day you get married, they tell you to like. It's like you supposed to just
Bam.
bam. And I know it's
okay now.
especially for women. That has to be a hard thing.
Yeah.
It has to be hard to be told your whole life, don't do this, don't
Yeah.
do this. This is bad. Keep it to yourself. Da, da, da. Every thought, bad, bad, bad. And then boom, you get married. It's like, go. You like what?
love it.
I don't know what to do.
Yes, that's just how
what
it
I
is.
do?
And I'm not saying that, like, even just period, just before even getting married, I did not abstain from sex before marriage. I love that. Keep that in. I know.
You never told me this.
I'm so sorry, babe.
This whole time,
I'm so sorry
you
for holding
never,
that. I am
you've
so
never
sorry
said that out loud before.
that I didn't tell you that I was not a virgin
You have
before
never
we got married, babe.
said that
I am
out loud
so
before.
sorry.
Like, how would I know this?
I know. I really have no idea how would you know, but I just thought you knew. You know,
Wow.
maybe that was a secret that I should have told you.
People get in front of podcast mics and start saying everything.
It's a safe space.
It's a safe space.
The lights are
Right,
on.
you're right.
It's a safe space, you know? Anyway. Yeah, so even whenever I was out there, you know, with my boyfriends, whatever at the time, it still was this like wrong thing to me. Obviously I just brushed it up. I just brushed it away. But even when I got married and now everybody's like, "Wow, go ahead, girl. Y'all about to go." Like, and I'm like scared. Like, I'm like, John,
What are we? Yeah, and then
'Cause-
Dom, I'm not even gonna lie. Even from like, there's an unrealistic. Even for me as a guy, there's like this unrealistic. Like when you get married, you go get sex every day, and like you be like, and you just because that's what they tell us.
that's what they say.
No, that's what they tell the guys.
No, I
They
believe
say,
y'all because that's
just
what
hold
the guys
out. They
really
be like,
think.
I know, just hold out till you're married, because when you're married, boy,
It's game.
and that's not real.
That's
real
not
life.
true.
And
yeah, it's not real life. It's just not
because
realistic.
We probably want to have sex with each other most days, but life,
Just happens.
especially when you add kids,
work.
pandemics, sicknesses, and
Yeah,
like
you
it's,
literally could be sick.
it's times when you just won't be able to have sex.
And that's okay.
I remember it's so funny. I remember when we first got married.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was, I was traveling, still playing. I remember
Yeah.
coming home, and I was sick, but I didn't know to what extent. That's when I had pneumonia.
Oh,
And
you
it's
sick,
like
sick, babe.
that was like 2 weeks where I couldn't do anything but cough and
Lay on the
lay on
sofa.
the sofa, and I'm like, and in
Super
my mind,
sick.
I'm not gonna lie, I never told you, like in my mind I was like, bro, what if this whole time she just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's because I had been gone and I
Yeah.
had just got back, and then it's
Yeah.
like 2 weeks. It's like, but
Yeah.
life happens. There's been times, like especially like post having a baby, like
Mhm.
the body is just everywhere, up and
Yeah.
down the scale. If you're breastfeeding, if you're not, so it's not even realistic to think that you can have
Every single day like
every
that.
single day.
Come on now.
But like, I'm not saying now the desire should be there.
Right.
Like you should
But the
want to.
action you might
Like
not be.
me and Don flirt all the time. We have a healthy desire. It's been times when she had to tell me like, "Hey, like calm down," like because I just early on I was the same way. Like, let's go every day,
Yeah. Like
And I had to even
literally,
think
I'll be
like
like, "What's wrong
I
with
had to even
you?"
think about our bodies are different. Like
Yeah.
you would literally have a monthly cycle
Yeah.
where you go up and down this hormonal ladder.
Yeah.
And so I early on, like the first year of our marriage, I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
And I would take it personal. I would take it, whatever. But eventually you learn and then you start, okay, I already know, like, nah, don't even ask today. Like I can
Yeah.
just tell, like I know. Or I know she had a tough workload. Let me help out. Just let her rest tonight. She needs to sleep. She don't need me touching her. Or maybe she just want to cuddle. Or maybe just let her fall asleep. Don't work her up. Whatever. Just being considerate.
Yeah. And that's what I think. I think we're at a place now where we can easily see that and do that with each other, like be considerate of each other, and
And yeah,
even when we are trying to please each other, like
yeah.
be
And
considerate of
it's
the other
times.
person.
It's times when we both had to realize, like, even though we didn't want to do something, it's like we are all we got.
Yeah.
Me and you, when it comes to our sexual desires,
It's just us.
for us, our relationship, it's just us. That's all we
Just
got.
us. That's it.
You are my desire. I am your desire.
Yeah.
You fulfill my desire. I fulfill your desire. That's
Right.
all we got. So we have to even figure out ways to do that when
Yeah.
we can't do. You know what I'm saying? So
And so for that though, I wanted to say when you said about the stopping, you can't have sex and then you just get into marriage and then you just like go, what does that remind you of? Like I feel like it kind of pushes people to thoughts of almost like porn, don't it? Because that's what you do when you in porn.
that's what I'm saying. The
That's what
culture.
it gives off.
I'm saying the culture of porn and even the culture of just American culture.
Is
It's super hypersexual.
Yeah.
So there is just this expectation of when you with somebody you love, y'all just supposed to be hunching, because that's what we
Yeah.
see in movies. That's what we see.
Yeah.
Like, think of every movie.
That's
What is
true.
what is the big climax? Hate to use that word, but what is the climax always? It's always some love scene.
Yeah.
Like the climax is never them at the altar.
Yeah, no.
That's not the climax. In
No.
American culture, the climax is the love scene, the passion. And so even that's ingrained in your brain.
Yeah.
So everything, and then you get older, you start looking at, pre-teenagers, they be watching stuff,
Yeah.
it's like all that becomes, this is how I view sex.
Yeah, and it's so unhealthy,
And
man.
it's very unhealthy, and
For the long term.
that's
super
why
unhealthy.
certain, and then obviously you can't even ignore the sexual trauma that people go through in their
Right.
childhood. And I'm not even
Yeah.
saying just from the physical trauma, but
Yeah.
what do they get exposed to? What do they
Yeah.
see? How do they see adults around them,
Yeah.
do sex? Like, what do they get exposed to too early? Because some stuff might not even be bad, but if you see it too early,
It'll
it'll-
taint everything. Yeah.
you'll be going a whole different way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's so much that goes into that conversation. I think that's why it's important for older women, like, to really speak to young girls about
Yeah.
a healthy relationship with sex.
Yes.
So they understand their bodies, understand their hormones, understand how sex is supposed to be. It's a good thing. It's designed to feel great, to
Yeah.
fulfill your desires, to satisfy you. You release dopamine. Like,
Right.
all these things happen in your head
Biology
to make you
major.
feel better. It is supposed to be a good thing.
And it's not one sided. It should never be one sided.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That's my biggest.
Yeah.
That's my only complaint early on with
yeah.
you. Sometimes it was
would
like,
be one sided. It
I,
really would.
I would be like, dog, are you even?
Do you like me?
I mean, I know you enjoying it. You're doing all the,
Yeah.
you're giving the signs you're enjoying, but are you enjoying, like, that were doing it.
Yeah.
Not the act. The act obviously feels
They were
good.
doing it.
Like, and that's something I had to even get understand. Like, obviously, when you're doing the act, it's
Yeah.
gonna feel good. But are you actually engaged in the whole thing of us being intimate right now,
Yeah.
or
Like,
are we just some rabbits doing it because that's what married people do?
yeah.
And that was
Like a job.
yeah.
Yeah. Like,
It shouldn't be a
yeah.
chore.
It
Like
should
nobody
not be a
nobody
chore,
want that
guys.
chore feeling when
That's
they.
weird.
I don't want to feel like it's a chore.
It should not feel like a chore.
Like I would rather. It got to a point where I was like, nah, I would rather just go to sleep than feel like I'm making you
said
and
that.
start this act. Because like I said, once you get going, it's gonna be good. But
Yeah,
then the before and
but
after
at the
just
yeah,
suck,
yeah, yeah.
bro. Like I don't want
But
that.
and I'm glad he's talking about that right now because that's another thing. Like I never was not necessarily that it was somebody else's job to teach me that, but like that um learning, I'm not realizing that it's supposed to be a give and take thing even in that,
Yeah,
and that I should care about the experience. You know what I mean?
you
Like
should value the
I
experience.
should value our experience together because it's truly experience every single time. It should be a good experience.
Experience, like yeah,
Yeah, it should be a great experience. You know, two are becoming one literally.
And like I know for a fact that, and I tell people, good sex helps. If you have a healthy marriage, the icing on the
cake.
glue
Yes,
that
stop.
keeps you straight is this having this great sex on top of that. Because without that, you're just like our therapist said. Without great sex, you're just a good friends.
That's it, bro.
Like that.
That's it.
That other half that to tie in our friendship, our spiritual walk together,
Right.
is that intimacy.
Yeah.
Like it's all about being
Physical.
intimate. Yeah. And you
Yeah.
know what's crazy? Some people don't even value sex. They will have sex with somebody and won't kiss them. It'd be like, I don't kiss everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that show you like they put kissing
Yeah.
higher
than
sex. Like
that's
literally
crazy. That is so backwards.
being inside of somebody.
Yeah.
You value just putting your lips together
Jesus.
is more intimate, and then you wonder why the world looks like it
Backwards,
does
right?
because that is how
But that's true though.
how sexism has been presented as this
Yeah.
thing that's just we can just
That's
do.
just what you do. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
and-
it's just like that too on TV. Just and
and
that's
that's
it.
why
Like,
I'm not even. Sometimes I used to get frustrated, but then you really have to realize it is like this culture is so intertwined even from a child.
yeah.
Like you,
With it.
like I can't even be mad when I see some of the stuff I see because I'm like, look at look at the music, look at the movies, look at
Yeah.
the books, look at everything.
Super sexual.
It's like, and
super
it-
sexual.
yeah,
And then it's like, so when you come from this almost sheltered environment or this bubble like environment and you get into the world and you see all this stuff, you're like, oh my God, like all you really know is movies. You know what I mean? Like you watch you
and not only
what you
movies.
see.
Shh, shh, shh. Not only movies.
Okay.
Be quiet.
Oh, okay.
Quiet on the set. Did y'all watch Quiet on the Set? Like since we're here, let's just talk
Yeah,
about
let's
it.
just talk about it. It was literally
we're
perfect.
literally like Quiet on the Set. Like we sitting here, like all these sexual references that they were doing on these
Insane.
TV shows on
And ain't
Nickelodeon,
even realize.
and I didn't realize it till I'm watching this
Oh my
documentary.
God.
Like
as an adult, like wow,
they were doing that on all that.
they wilding.
They were doing this on Drake and Josh. They were doing this on all
like
these
I watched
shows.
this scene. Oh my God,
I never realized. I remember the all the foot jokes and stuff. I didn't
Yeah.
realize how fetishy it was.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that these were kids pouring water bottles and bathing suits.
Like what is going on?
What was like? Okay, so the documentary came out. If you didn't watch it,
Please watch
it's called Quiet on the Set. It is a great, I think about 4 or 5 chapter documentary that goes through Dan, the creator, the writer of like all these hit Nickelodeon shows, and how semi pedophilish or even fully allegedly, I don't know the actual what he got charged with. I
Yeah.
forgot already, but it was some sick stuff going on. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
From how they treated the
Environment
workers,
was
how
terrible.
they treated the kids.
Yeah.
We had literal sexual assault to some of our most beloved childhood
Yeah.
figures, like people that I watched the Drake and Josh show every
All the
day.
time.
I
Every day that was
watched
on. That was on every
iCarly
day.
until I was grown.
Me too.
I
yeah.
watched all that like every day a day.
Wanted to be on it. Like,
Wanted to be on it. Even my mom, she was
Yes.
always, that was always like a running joke. Like she was, I'm gonna get you on all that one day. But the thing was like you hear their stories and you just see like,
oh Oh my
They really
god.
been putting this in front of our faces when
The
we was a
whole
kid.
time, yeah.
Like that's just
Just
weird.
subconsciously, all up in there, all up in there.
And like
Just
as a kid,
it's
I'm gonna
crazy.
be honest, I never saw. I remember
I
the
saw it, but
squirting stuff on the
I didn't
face.
catch it. It didn't click.
It didn't
Yeah, it
click.
didn't click. It didn't click.
But now when we rewatched it as adults on this
Like,
documentary,
oh
like,
my god,
hey
like
yo, bro, even some of the names, the characters,
insane.
bro.
Like
Whew.
what the heck?
I mean, and then you see why I love documentaries.
I
Because
love documentaries now too. Yeah, they really do
this is
encompass the
like
behind
a
the
lot of people be
scenes.
like, why you watch so many documentaries? Because I'm like, they're like now people are you starting to see more people get into them because
Yeah.
there's more people you recognize.
Mm-hmm.
But there's been documentaries long before this about
Yeah,
just
all
like
that.
Hollywood as an industry or
Mm-hmm.
different. I love it because it's normally factual. It's normally
Yeah.
you get both sides. You
Yeah.
get real accounts. But this one
Mm-hmm.
right here kind of took the cake
It really
because
did.
man, like we really grew up on this.
We
This is
really grew up,
if
and
you
it
were
was
born in
super
the '90s,
innocent.
this is
But
what you grew up on.
yeah,
We were the generation that we
watch
didn't
that.
have Facebook and stuff in our childhood. We had TV. TV was
Mm-hmm.
our
Was
kind of
our
uniting social thing, platform.
yes, and we talked about that the next day at school.
Yep. So man, that documentary,
That was
it kind
sad.
of discourages me because I have kids and I want them to be in stuff
Yeah.
and be a part. Like I would love my kids to be a TV show or a movie,
Right.
but like
Right.
now I know
What
I
to?
can't trust anybody.
Oh
But like,
no.
and like, it's crazy because you see people come and go, and you wonder
What
why. But
happened?
then
Yeah.
then they get older. You like, okay, yeah. Like even Just Jordan, the guy from Just
Yeah.
Jordan
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't doing that. That's why my show gone.
My show got canceled.
You
I'm
don't, you
not.
can't even
Yeah.
find it nowhere.
You can't. Yeah.
So yeah, bro. But as a parent, bro,
Gotta advocate for
I
your kids.
promise I'm gonna be my biggest like. If one thing I'm gonna try to do for my kids is make sure that they're always safe.
Yeah.
Like make sure
It's the least.
if I'm not there, they're safe. If I'm there, they're definitely safe. Like if
Mm-hmm.
I can do that, I would be happy as pie.
Right.
Like I just want them
The
to grow up
safety.
and be just safe.
Nothing
Like,
stolen from them.
nothing stolen from
Yeah.
them. Just
Like just man.
safe.
Just pure safetyness. That's true.
But you know what's not safe as a
So
parent?
sad.
So there was this video. Kids are playing sports,
Yeah.
basketball game.
Yeah.
Kids get into it. I don't know if it was a coach or another parent of that child from the opposite team. He grabs the black child who is being aggressive toward the white kid.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason I'm telling you this because I think race plays a part in this
Yeah.
because I do agree with people who were saying like it's crazy how he ran directly toward this black kid and was like grabbing him instead of just grabbing them both, be like, "What
yeah.
y'all
What y'all
doing?"
doing?
'Cause that honestly, if I'm gonna run up there with kids and they that close, I'm gonna grab them both. Be
Me
like,
too,
"Just
yeah.
you don't do that.
What
you
are
don't
y'all
be.
doing?"
You don't be whatever you was doing to that little kid to make him want to punch you.
Yeah.
Don't do that. And little Draymond Green Jr., you don't be punching on people at the game. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I'm gonna talk to them both. But it's kind of
Yeah.
weird. This dude ran.
Straight
Like-
to the
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there.
to the bike one.
What all I was saying in my post because I shared the video and I said, as fathers, we have to be wise with our decisions and not take penitentiary chances when things are not at that level.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that there won't ever be days where you might have to take a penitentiary chance.
Right.
You might have to commit a crime to protect your kid.
Right.
You might have to assault and batter somebody
Right.
over your child. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, just be tactful. That's the difference between, a lot of younger people and older people. We still do the same stuff. The older you and more mature you get, you're just more tactful.
Mm-hmm. That's all it is.
And all I was saying was, hey, don't go run full
Full
speed
speed.
across the gym and tackle somebody on
Right.
camera
Right.
because he grabbed your child and
Talk
separate.
to him.
He was dead wrong. He assaulted your child.
Yep.
First thing you can do is walk up like you did, run across there, walk up, say, hey, don't touch my kid no more.
Yeah.
But now, since he did touch your kid and you ain't hit him, I'm going to the league. I'm going to wherever.
I'm going to the
He need to be
police.
banned.
Yeah, he need
And
to
he
go.
just assaulted my child. He grabbed my child. He came out the stands.
Come
He
on.
escalated the situation.
Yeah.
He don't need to be here no more.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go sit back down the bleachers and I'll wait for him outside
That part.
if we need to talk further. But
Mm-hmm.
as far as my child, he's still gonna be playing. I'm still gonna be in the gym.
Yes.
But what this guy risked doing was one, getting this kid kicked out of this league or whatever. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's a school or whatever. He go get banned from the gym for that. I
Yeah.
already know.
Yeah.
If they don't press charges, I know for he go get banned from
Something.
coming or
Yeah.
trespass. But like I tell people, yes, I know it's cool. Yeah, I would have tackled him and all that, bro. This time nothing happened except the dude got tackled.
Right.
I don't know what happened afterwards because the video cut off.
Right.
But I've seen situations where
Escalate.
instant, not even escalate, but that same decision
Yeah.
ends way differently.
Yeah.
I know somebody personally who killed somebody in a fight, a regular fight.
Yeah.
They just fight and they get into it over something. It was a legitimate cause. They get to throwing punches. He punched him, the dude fall, hit his head on the back on concrete, is dead.
Oh my goodness.
And now you a murderer just that quick.
Just by just fighting. Wow.
So this guy, I think if you go tackle this guy
My
and
goodness.
he fall the wrong type of way, and now he paralyzed and they press charges on you for
Right.
aggravated assault with extreme bodily injury or whatever.
Yeah. Damn.
Now, what you gonna say in court? Oh, you grabbed my child? Yeah, he did.
He did.
He's
was
wrong. He's wrong. But you
wrong too.
wrong too. Your child was no longer in danger. He had let him go. Like now, if he was still holding your child,
Yeah.
that's different.
Right.
But like, that's all I was trying to say, and people was like, "Nah, man, I wish somebody would touch my son."
Yeah, we wish all the time, but don't. Don't
yes,
mean you gotta
I
do it.
understand that.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, guys,
Think.
it's just think before you do stuff. I'm not saying not to do it, but just
Right. And, you're not even saying that the emotion wasn't
The emotion
was
is
wrong.
valid.
The emotion is valid.
I've been in that position where I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to literally kick somebody's door down.
Yeah.
But let me think. Okay, yes,
Yeah.
I can. For example,
I
real
can
quick,
do that.
I'll tell this and whatever. I don't care.
Tell it.
Who
It
feels
don't matter.
strongly.
Purr.
There was a situation with our oldest son, her biological son, where at the time, we had let him go to see his dad. They had went on a trip. They were just, doing the situation where they're not saying where the kid is at or not bringing them back when they're supposed to. So I just got real frustrated. I'm like, I know y'all back. I know where my kid is at. I'm about to come get him. I know, stop playing. It's over with. And like, I literally was about to go kick this door in, walk in, grab my child,
He was.
walk out, and come back home. But two things stopped me. One, I get a call from my mama. I don't know. She called my mama and told her. I don't know how my mama found out. My mama called and was like, "Don't do nothing stupid." Second thing is my truck broke down.
Thank
But
God.
I know that feeling of wanting to
do
commit a
something.
penitentiary because like you can't just go kicking people doors
yeah,
in.
you cannot do that.
As valid as that concern is,
Yeah.
that is still gonna put me possibly behind bars.
Yeah.
And how can I help my son then?
Can't.
Like, what if you injure this man, you get arrested because they got it on camera.
Right.
You in jail. Let's say you don't even get, in real trouble. Let's just say you get arrested, they drop the charges, whatever.
Right.
That's still, your son gonna see you walking out of handcuffs. Your son probably, you still banned from your son games.
Yep.
Your son probably getting put out the thing. All because you made a emotional decision that had real life consequences.
Yep.
And it's been times where Dom is like, look, I don't even want you to react because I need you free. I need like the best thing is
for
for
all
you to
of
be
us.
the best way we safe and protected is if you are around.
Yeah.
If you in jail or facing legal issues, got to spend your money.
Yeah.
That's not helping us.
It's not helping us at all.
That don't help us.
Let it go.
And that's all I was trying to tell people. People's on there like, nah, I wish somebody would.
Oh, like,
and I'm like, y'all, I'm not saying y'all feelings are invalid. Y'all are
'Cause they
right.
are.
You should feel like that about
but
your
their
kids.
action.
But you cannot take
different.
chances like that.
Right.
Especially in the gym when they recording you. Especially when you know you on camera.
Right.
Come on, dog. You saw everybody had their phones out because they saw the altercation.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. I'll be real with you. If that was me, I'm pretty sure I would have probably walked up like I might even ran up. I probably would have ran up because I could see he was on the other side of the gym. I'd have ran up. I would have assessed the situation. I'd be like, oh, my son good. I'd looked and please don't grab my son no more. I'd have probably talked to the refs like, hey, this guy grabbed my child. Like, y'all got to get him out of here. Or, I'm sure they had like a policeman because we got police at all our games.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this man literally just grabbed my child. Like
what y'all gonna
do? Because that's not okay.
Yeah.
That's probably what I would have done because I know in that situation, everybody looking at me.
Right.
So I know they waiting on, oh, here come, he about to turn up.
Yeah.
So I can't act like
I
they
can't give
expect
them
me
what
to
they
act.
want.
Because
Yeah.
they see, sometimes I think people do stuff because they know they want you. They, oh, yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you got to be smart. That's all
Gots
I'm
to be
saying.
smart, man.
But like I said, in the heat of the moment, I get those emotions,
Yeah,
especially with your
absolutely.
child.
It is very
Whew.
emotional. Yeah. I mean, it hits a certain level.
But you got to be able to control it because
Yeah.
one day you go try to talk to your son about controlling his anger and emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And how can you tell him that when you just ran across the gym and speared somebody into the floor?
Right.
So
And what they gonna say? Oh,
if you go
like
to
daddy, like,
school and somebody push him and he tackle him and you like, son, you ain't have to do that.
but you did it.
But you did it,
Yeah,
pop.
but you
You
did
know what I'm
it.
saying? So that's all I was saying, y'all. I wasn't trying to argue. I wasn't saying the first parent coach wasn't wrong. All I was saying, as a father,
Two things
the
can be
best
true.
thing you can do is stay out of trouble, legal trouble,
Mm-hmm.
especially as a black dad.
Yeah,
If you can stay out of jail and legal trouble, that's the best thing you can do for your family.
that's
Is
right.
be there for them. Because I promise you, especially where I live and deep south, they are looking for a reason.
Looking,
If you are outstanding father, they are looking for a reason to put
uh,
you behind bars.
and
So
that's a fact.
that's that. But yeah, we talked about a lot today. I'm happy.
I
Looks
think we
like our
did.
kids are just
Our kids are ready.
are ready for what? You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Can we say goodbye to the people first? All right.
Okay.
It's another episode of Pillow Talking Podcast. It's Boy JT.
And Nene.
We're out.
See you guys.